Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to tackle a huge question today, one that feels more and more urgent every single day. With all these super smart machines popping up, what does it actually mean to be human? The material we're digging into today kicks off with a feeling I think a lot of us might be having. It's this kind of existential anxiety, right? As AI gets better and better at things we thought only we could do, you can't help but ask that big, scary question. If a machine can do my job, or create art, or solve problems, what makes me special?
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi future we're talking about. This is right now. Just take a look at this chart. These are different AI models mapped onto a regular IQ curve. And what do you see? A whole bunch of them are already hitting or even beating the human average. The data doesn't lie. AI is getting smarter, and it's getting smarter fast. It really makes that big question feel, well, super urgent.
Okay, so how in the world are we supposed to deal with a question that heavy? Well, the framework we're looking at today comes at it from a theological angle, and it all starts with an idea called the Great Divide.
This is where we get to the absolute heart of the argument, something called the ontological divide. Now, ontology, that's just a fancy word for the study of being. And the point here is a big one. It's saying we're not comparing apples to apples, like a human brain versus a computer brain. Nope. It's more like we're comparing an apple to the idea of gravity. They are in two completely different categories of existence.
So on one side of this huge divide, you've got AI. It's a tool, something we made. But on the other side, you have humanity, which this framework describes using the term imago Dei, a Latin phrase meaning the image of God. And the whole idea behind that is that humans have a built-in value, a purpose that has nothing to do with what we can do. I love this slide because it shows so clearly the difference in how AI and people create stuff. See on the left? AI is in this generation loop. It just sucks in a ton of data and then spits out something that matches those patterns. But then, look at the human side. It's a creation funnel. We pull from our memories, our feelings, our relationships. All of it gets channeled through our own will to make something genuinely new.
And this table just breaks that divide down even further. It's really brilliant. Let's just pick a couple of these. Look at origin. AI is human engineered, right? We built it. Humanity is created by God. Or how about moral capacity? AI is just an amoral tool. It doesn't know right from wrong, but we bear moral responsibility. And maybe the biggest one, ultimate purpose. For AI, it's just execution of tasks. For us, it's relationship with God and others. It's pretty clear the argument is that we're not even playing the same game.
So if you accept this idea of a fundamental divide, well, that changes everything. It means we have to totally rethink how we measure our own worth.
Think about it. For so long, our value has been tied up in what we can produce, right? How productive we are. But what happens when a machine can do it better, faster, and cheaper? Does that mean we're suddenly worthless? This is where the framework proposes this really radical shift in thinking. Look at the scales here. The old way of doing things, weighing our productivity against what AI can do, that scale is broken. It doesn't work anymore. The new way of thinking, it says our value isn't something you can even put on a scale. It's just there. It's inherent. It's a state of being, something this framework calls being anchored in divine love, or that imago Dei idea we talked about.
Okay, so if our worth isn't about what we produce, then what is our job? How are we supposed to act in this new world? This brings us to a really critical choice that honestly all of us have to make about how we relate to this amazing, powerful technology. And the choice is laid out as being between two very, very different paths. You can see it right here: stewardship or idolatry. I mean, are we going to be responsible stewards of the tools we've created? Or are we going to start treating them like idols, basically outsourcing our thinking, our morality, our agency to a machine? And this slide just spells out those two paths so clearly. You've got the misaligned path. That's where we just surrender. We let algorithms decide what's right and wrong. The source material calls this a modern Tower of Babel. I think that's a powerful image. But then you have this stewarded path. This is where we use AI to empower ourselves, to do amazing things in medicine and education, to help people, basically to use this tool to better love our neighbors.
So you can see this whole way of thinking isn't just about doom and gloom or warnings. It's really trying to build a positive, hopeful vision for how we can live with AI. And it pulls all these threads together into one final, clear framework. And here it is. It all boils down to these four pillars. First, irreplaceability. The idea that AI might be smarter or faster, but it can never be us. It can't copy our essential being.
Second, inherent dignity. Our value doesn't go down just because a new technology comes along. It's untouchable. Third, instrument, not idol. This is a big one. AI is a tool we use, not a god we worship. And finally, the fourth pillar, anchored hope. A way to find our footing and have courage even when everything feels like it's changing so fast.
So, there you have it. That's one really powerful theological answer to this whole dilemma. But in the end, it leaves every single one of us, no matter what you believe, with that one crucial question to think about. As we keep building these incredible machines and weaving them into the fabric of our lives, we all have to figure out for ourselves, what does it really mean to be human?